Hey, good evening, USA, International Canada, Long Island, aka Strong Island, plus the 5 spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, Queens. This is your man, G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator, YouTuber, host with the most, misunderstood, lonely nomad, unstoppable, independent podcaster, and rookie podcaster of Laurelton, Queens, New York. And you're rocking and hanging out with me on the 245th episode of Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast. Live and direct from StreamYard alongside with YouTube and myself is the Instagram live feed of the podcast show page. Make sure you follow the podcast show on Instagram and turn on your notifications so you don't miss a beat of when I'm going to be on Instagram live on not only this podcast page but separate podcast show pages that I do. And if you're new to the channel and you missed any new and previous episodes that already dropped already, don't you worry. I got your back. All you need to do is go ahead and grab that subscribe button for me on the YouTube channel page of G Money Stacks 555, where all the New York episodes is already uploaded and posted to the channel page. And tap the noti bell along with the alerts so you can be reminded of when the show goes on the air via live stream, alongside with the reminder, the date, day, and time. Leave a like and a comment along with the episodes, and of course, make sure you listen, stream, and watch these episodes in case you miss any of them. Of course, download your favorite episodes, especially the previous latest episodes, the new ones that's dropping on YouTube and other streaming platforms. And for the most part, the most important thing is to share the videos, share the episodes, and of course, be sure to tell a friend to another friend and spread the word. And I'll handle the rest on where you can listen to the podcast episodes on streaming platforms. In a couple of minutes at the end. All right, so without further ado, one moment. Yes, without further ado, I'd like to actually say something before we even start the first segment. If you want to be a supporter, you're more than welcome to do that. You can go donate to my Cash App, which is $ G Money Stacks 555. Also, you can also donate to Anchor as well. So if you don't have to be from a rich family to show more support. It's all about being the best human being you could be on whatever amount of money you choose that you're comfortable with, that you desire will be appreciated. All right. So you can donate to Cash App, my Cash App, and another option would be Anchor as well. So, and a little reminder, actually, I will be touching base on the 26th anniversary of what happened of Biggie Smalls, who actually passed away, and my next platform, which is Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast, and review show actually, and and I had featured a little something in the music Kool-Aid segment called um you know hip hop history of music artists, of course. So stay tuned for that in a couple of minutes. In the meantime, in the meantime, um like I said before, don't forget to switch your clocks forward 1 hour ahead so you don't miss out on anything as far as like what is class, work, wherever it is, whatsoever. And I will be doing an update on a future episode in regards to um a bill in regards to making daylight savings time um all year round and permanent. So that'll be for a future episode. So stay tuned for that. All right. So let's get into the New York Mass Transit files. Let's get to this. All right. First topic in our transit news that we need to get to is let me hold on. Yes. One moment. Um, okay. Okay, here it is. Here's what's happening. Um, our main transit topic has to do with elevators being installed in subway stations. According to the according to AMNY.com, the MTA is lifting access for all riders by awarding new contracts this year to build elevators at 15 more subway stations, finally making those stops accessible for people with disabilities. The agency announced the new lifts at its monthly board meeting on Thursday, with contracts set to be awarded for projects at stations in all five boroughs. And all contracts will be awarded for 29 new elevators. Elevators a necessity for the nearly 1 million New Yorkers living with disabilities who are shut out from much of the 118-year-old subway system. Just over a quarter of the city's 472 subway stations are considered accessible under the Americans with Disabilities Act. End quote. I want the subway map to be the same for people with disabilities or people with strollers or people with mobility issues in general. We want them to have the same subway map as everybody else set. Um, MTA chair and CEO General Lieber said at the meeting, thanks to the $5 billion investment in current capital program, it's really starting to happen. Hmm. That's interesting. One moment. Okay, here are some listings of the subway stations we need to go over. Okay, so stations set to begin the transition to accessibility in 2023 includes the Bronx, Van Cortlandt Park, 242nd Street, Brooklyn, New Lots Avenue, Classon Avenue, 36th Street, the D, N, and the R trains, Broadway Junction, the A, C, J, Z, and L lines, Manhattan, Harlem, 148th Street, 96th Street, the B and the C lines, and the 3 train line. 86th Street, the 4, 5, and 6 trains. 168th Street, the 1 train. And yeah, 1 train included on Van Cortlandt Park, 242nd Street is included. Queens, 46th Street, Bliss Street, 7 train. 33rd Street, Rawson Street, 7 train as well. Broadway, the N and W line. Core Square, 23rd Street, Eli Avenue, the E and M trains. Staten Island, Huguenot, the SIR in Staten Island. Next month, the MTA will issue requests for quotes, querying contractors for price estimates to do the accessibility work at the stations. While work gets started on those stations, the MTA projects it will complete accessibility work at 11 other stations this year, including the Bronx, Tremont Avenue, the B and D trains, East 49th Street, the 6th line, Brooklyn, Metropolitan Avenue, Lorimer Street, the G and L trains, Grand Street, the L train, 7th Avenue, F and G trains, 8th Avenue, the N train southbound only, Manhattan, Dickman Street, the 1 train northbound only, 181st Street, the A train, Queens, Court Square, G line, Staten Island, New Dorp, SIR. In June, the MTA settled a pair of lawsuits brought by disabilities advocates, wherein they agreed to make 95% of subway stations accessible by 2055. In the meantime, people with disabilities will continue to rely on Access-a-Ride, which does not run on fixed routes and thus operates on longer timetables than subways. Installing an elevator, particularly in underground stations, is a challenging and costly endeavor, particularly in a place like New York, where virtually every square inch above the below ground is already occupied. The MTA has nonetheless faced some criticism for the cost of its accessibility projects, which are generally higher than in comparable cities globally. For instance, to install 7 elevators and related accessibility improvements at the 14th Street Station complex, housing the F and M trains, and 1, 2, 3 trains connected by a passageway, the MTA is slated to spend $192 million. Okay, remains to be seen. Okay, all right, our next, hold on a minute here. What the hell? Hang on a second. Our next transit topic is the bus redesign in the Bronx. And this is from the BX Times website. After an analysis of the first months of the Bronx bus redesign, the MTA found the project made routes faster as ridership unexpectedly increased and stops initially removed were added back. The MTA conducted a 6-month evaluation of the redesign of the project was implemented in June 2022 with a focus on the time schools open in September until Thanksgiving. An MTA spokesperson who declined to be named told the Bronx Times. One moment. Ridership and traffic are abnormal over summer vacation and during the holiday shopping season, the spokesperson said. The Bronx bus redesign had goals of making bus routes more direct and improving east-west and intra-borough bus connections. As part of the project, bus frequency increased on 8 corridors for 10 routes, leading to shorter wait times. 13 routes were changed, 2 routes were added, and about 18% of stops were at least initially removed. 6 bus lanes were also installed in conjunction with the NYC Department of Transportation. Now, the changes, though the new design officially launched in June 2022, follow-up changes were made in the fall and earlier this year following community feedback. Of the 258 Bronx bus stops that were initially removed, 22 or 9% were restored, according to the MTA. The agency spokesperson told the Bronx Times that the restored the restored stops were added back gradually from July to January, which overlaps with an analysis period. According to the spokesperson, these changes should not have had a significant impact on the analysis of the bus speeds because a small number of restorations took place staggered over time. Also changed since the implementation is the name of the BX18 two-way loop, which is now called the BX18A and BX18B. Ridership increased. Robert Thompson, manager of bus service planning for the MTA, said at a NYC Transit meeting Tuesday that an improvement in ridership was not something the agency necessarily expected as part of the redesign, but a 6% increase from September 8th to November 23rd, 2022 came as a pleasant surprise. The High Bridge and Morris Heights routes saw a whopping 23% increase in ridership on the BX11 and BX18, according to Thompson's presentation. The BX18, which doubled its surface area and increased frequency, more than tripled its baseline, according to Thompson, who called the bus line a success story. Other altered routes saw increases from 2% to 9%, with Co-op City and City Island buses seeing a 1% decrease. This data is based on an estimate of seasonally adjusted ridership based on recovery levels as of late spring. The growth can be attributed to both the bus redesign and also slamdemic recovery, according to the MTA. Faster buses. The borough, which once had the slowest bus speeds in the city, now outperforms the city as a whole on customer journey time performance, which measures the percentage of trips completed within 5 minutes of the schedule, according to Frank Anicaro, the senior vice president of buses at NYC Transit. From September to November 2022, morning peak weekday speeds on the changed routes increased 5%, and overall weekday speeds on these routes increased 4%, according to the MTA. All Bronx bus routes, including changed and unchanged, also outperformed the system-wide trend by 4%, according to Thompson. And BX36 riders traveling between Parkchester and Manhattan are saving more than 10 minutes in each direction compared to before the redesign, which rises to 15 minutes during rush hour, the MTA found. Meanwhile, the BX11 reroute shaved 5 to 7 minutes off travel times between Mount Eden and Manhattan, according to the MTA. Riders on the BX40 and BX42 routes along East 180th Street are now saving 3 minutes in each direction. The BX4A on Westchester Avenue, the M125 on 125th Street, and the BX29 to City Island saw the biggest customer journey time performance improvements comparing fall 2022 to June 2022, according to the MTA. Customer satisfaction went up 2%. Yes, 2% from 59% in spring 2022 to 61% last fall, according to the MTA. The redesign effort launched in August 2018. The project was put on hold for 18 months because of the COVID-19 slamdemic before a final plan and board approval in December 2021. All right, so before I go on to the next segment of chatting on the jazz, let me see who's in here. Sam _Crystal. Hello, and thank you for viewing this. And we're gonna get into a little thing that I like to call chatting on the jazz, and we got a little bit of sad news that we need to get to here, and this is basically involving an actor that would, which I didn't even know he was a comedian. But he's also an actor from some you may know from Law Order SVU, which stands for Special Victims Unit. Richard Belzer. Yeah. So let's get into Channel the Jazz right here. All right, so let's get into it here. Okay. As I said before, we got some sad stuff to talk about here involving an actor. So I didn't even know he was a comedian, but some may know him as an actor who played John Mouch. So let's get into this. And this is from Variety. All right, so hold on a minute. Hold on. Before I go on, let me see who's in the chat here. Shout outs to the crew from Pick Six with Nick and Noah. You can check out their podcast on Spotify and anywhere else where you get your podcast, and you can follow them on Instagram and other social media platforms. All right. So, Richard Belzer, who started his career as a stand-up comedian before becoming a household name for his role as Detective John Munch in Homicide: Life on the Street and Law and Order SVU, died Sunday in France. Forgive me if I can't pronounce the name of the place, but I'm just gonna say France. He was 78. Wow, 78, man. That's crazy scary right there. Man, man, hold on. That's scary right there, man. Okay, one moment. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, Richard Belzer's Detective John Mouch is one of television's iconic characters. Law and Order and SVU. Creator Dick Wolf said in a statement to Variety, end quote, I worked with Richard on the Law and Order and Homicide crossover episode in 1997 and loved the character so much. I told Tom Fontana that I wanted to make him one of the original characters on SVU. The rest is history. Richard brought humor and joy into all our lives, was the consummate professional, and we will all miss him very much. NBC and Universal Television also paid tribute to the the con the icono icon excuse me iconoclastic actor who brought the Munch character to other shows affiliated with NBC, and the producers of Homicide: Life on the Street, Barry Levinson, Tom Fontana, and David Simon. Anyone who had Anyone who ever had the pleasure of watching Richard Belzer portray Detective John Munch, whether on Homicide or Law and Order SVU, over 4 decades will never forget how much he inhabited that beloved character to make it his own. NBC and Universal TV stated his professionalism talents and dedication to the craft made him a pillar in the industry, but it was his humor, compassion, and loving heart that made him family. Our condolences go out to his loved ones as we join them in mourning his loss, but also in celebrating his memory. Belzer's death was reported through a tribute by actor Henry Wickler. The two were cousins. Yes, so Henry Wickler says on Twitter, um, rest in peace, Richard. And Lorraine Newman. Hold on a minute. Yeah, so she says, I'm so sad to hear of Richard Belzer's passing. I love this guy so much. He was one of my first friends when I got to New York to do SNL. We used to go out to dinner every week at Sheepshead Bay for lobster. One of the funniest people ever, a master at crowd work. Rest in paradise to dearest. Other tributes by comedian Lorraine Newman, SVU showrunner Warren Late, and SVU writer and executive producer Julie Martin also appeared on social media. And yes, so let's see who else. Warren Late says Richard Belzer was the first actor to welcome me when I started at SVU. Open, warm, acerbic, wit, smart, surprisingly kind. I loved writing for Munch, and I loved being with Bells. We sensed this would be his parting scene. Godspeed, Bells. And Julie Martin says, missing Richard Belzer today, working with him on Homicide to SVU has been a hilarious, surprising, and always joyful experience. I'm sure he's given them all a lot of laughs upstairs. Belzer bowed out as a series regular on SVU in October 2023 after 230 plus episodes. Belzer's well traveled Munch, a detective in the NYPD Special Victims Unit, transitioned to a role as an investigator with the District Attorney's Office in the October 16th, 2013 episode of SVU. The gangly actor became synonymous with the quirky Gumshoe, who began as a character created by Tom Fontana and Barry Levinson for NBC's Homicide: Life on the Street in 1993. After Homicide wrapped its run at the end of the 1998 to 99 season, the character immediately segued to SVU in its first season. The character had already done guest appearances on Law and Order in 1996 and 1997 over the course of SVU's run. Munch was elevated from detective to sergeant. In a May 2014 episode of SVU, Munch returned to help Amaro, played by Danny Pino, after he is arrested. The Munch character has appeared in more TV series than any other fictional character, 9 on 5 networks, since the character's debut in 1993. With Munch's retirement in the Detective's 22nd season on television, the character was on U.S. television longer than Gunsmoke's Marshall Matt Dillon or Fraser Crane, Cheers and Fraser, each of whom appeared on TV for 20 seasons. Wow. Belzer did guest appearances as Munch on a range of other shows, from comedies, Third Rock from the Sun, Arrested Development, and 30 Rock, to HBO's The Wire, Fox's The X-Files, and UPN's The Beat. Particularly memorable episode of SVU involved Munch dealing with his homeless, mentally ill uncle, portrayed by Jerry Lewis. The late great Jerry Lewis, who takes matters into his own hands while working on a case involving a mother and her 10-year-old daughter being found brutally murdered in their apartment. In the 2000 episode Legacy about an abused 7-year-old named Emily McKenna, Munch seemed especially affected by the case and tells Mariska Hargitay's Detective Olivia Benson that when he was a teenager, a little girl lived across the street from him who was abused by her mother and was later killed by being thrown through a glass window. At the end of the episode, Munch sits by Emily's side in the hospital reading to her. While most detectives are cynical, Munch stands out as the most cynical of all the detectives on SVU or Homicide. He was also a firm believer in conspiracy theories. Yuck. On Homicide, he was originally partnered with Ned Beatty's Detective Stanley Belander, who did not hide his contempt for Munch's eccentricities. Here we go. Belzer's film credits included 1980s fame, in which he played an MC, Arthur Hiller's Arthur with Al Pacino, and Ron Howard's comedy Night Shift, Scarface, actually Night Shift, both 1982, Scarface, in which he played the MC at the Babylon Club, Fletch Lives, 1989, The Bonfire of Vanities, in which he played a TV producer, Mad Dog and Glory, in which he played an MC and comic, Rob Reiner's North and the Puppet Masters, both 1984. A very Brady sequel in which he played an LAPD detective, Spike Lee's Get on the Bus, in which he appeared with Homicide co-star Andre Broder. 1988 Species 2, in which he played the U.S. president, and Milos Forman's Andy Kaufman biopic Man on the Moon, in which he played himself. Belzer recurred on the first iteration of The Flash on CBS in 1990 to 91 as TV news commentator Joe Klein. He also recurred on Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman, as Inspector Henderson in 1984. TV shows on which he guested, but not as much, included Moonlighting, Miami Vice, The Larry Sanders Show, and Mad About You. Richard J. Belzer was born in Bridgeport, Connecticut in 1984. One moment. Let me see who's in here. Okay. All right. All right. All right. And let me see where was I. Yes. He worked as a reporter for the Bridgeport Post in the late 60s and had ambitions of becoming an important writer. He attended Dean College in Franklin, Massachusetts, but was expelled. After moving to New York City in 1972, Belzer began working as a stand-up comic known for biting humor at Pips. The improv, yes, the improv and catch a rising star. All right. He was part of the Channel One comedy group that's satirized television and whose work became the basis for the cult movie The Groove Tube. Why are people still using the word cult, man? Just call it a fucking classic. In which Belzer made his first screen appearance and starred along with Chevy Chase and the director of the film, Ken Shapiro. In a 1993 article, People magazine declared that Belzer has had comedy club cult status since uh classic to be honest. Yeah. Comedy club classic status since the 70s when he was the best and brightest regular at New York City's Catch a Rising Star, being a classic figure. He says is a nice way of saying people loved me, but it didn't pay the rent. The article quoted Paul Schaefer. When I first came to New York City in 1974, says Schaefer, Gilda Radner took me to catch, and Richard was absolutely hysterical. His friends would go to the basement where the performers hung out, and with pipes dripping on you, Richard would make you laugh. That was the hippest place to be at the time. In 1975, Lorne Michaels, producer of Saturday Night Live and a personal friend, offered Belzer a spot as a warm up comic for the SNL studio audience, according to People magazine. Belzer says Michaels also promised him a spot in the cast, but later reneged. Whether Michaels withdrew an offer or whether the two men had a miscommunication is unclear. John Belushi, Bill Murray, and Gilda got on the show and became big stars and millionaires, says Belzer. Lorne betrayed me and lied to me, which he denies, but I give you my word, he said. I'll work you into the show. Belzer did make some appearances on SNL. Belzer, like many people in show business, did a lot of drugs in the 1970s. And according to People, one of his drug buddies was John Belushi, who visited Belzer at his LA apartment the night before he died of a drug overdose in March 1982. Richard had already lost one friend by then. Freddie Prince. Belushi's death was an even harder hit. A brush with testicular cancer in 1983 spurred the comic to give up drugs. Homicide co-creator Barry Levinson explained to people why he cast Belzer as the stinging munch. I heard him on the Howard Stern show, and he wasn't just telling jokes. He was smart, and he had an attitude, says Levinson. I wondered if I could take that and put it into the Munch character. A lot of comics who go into acting kind of do it do it winking at the camera, but Richard's in there doing it as an actor. Belzer also worked in radio. He co-hosted the show Brink and Belzer on New York City's 660 AM NBC in the late 1970s. He hosted the morning drive program on WJFK FM in Washington, D.C. in 1987 after Randy Rhoads exited Air America Radio in 2008. Belzer guest hosted the afternoon program on the network. He was also a frequent guest on the Howard Stern show. Belzer Belzer's books included UFOs, JFK, and Elvis conspiracies. You don't have to be crazy to believe. How to be a stand up comic. I'm not a cop. I'm not a psychic. And dead wrong, straight facts on the country's most controversial cover ups. Belzer also hosted a cable TV talk show called Hot Properties. Hulk Hogan guested on the show on March 27, 1985, and Belzer asked the wrestler to demonstrate one of his moves. According to Time magazine, Hogan was demonstrating a front chin lock on Belzer, who went limp and fell unconscious to the floor. When he rose, a pool of blood had formed under his head. The comic required 8 stitches. 8 stitches. Belzer sued Hogan for $5 million and settled out of court. $5 million. Damn. $5 million. Shit. $5 million. Okay. Okay, so he is survived by his third wife, actress Harley McBride, who recurred as medical examiner Dr. Alyssa Dyer on Homicide: Life on the Street, and married Belzer in 1985, and 2 stepdaughters. Okay. So Sleep in Paradise to Richard Belzer, right? Okay. Um okay, what else we got on the agenda? Let's see. Oh, damn it. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. All right. Up next, Brooklyn U-Haul driver. Okay, and this is from the Gothamist. Police said the driver who fatally hit one pedestrian and injured seven others with a U-Haul truck in Brooklyn on Monday was suffering a mental health crisis during the violent incident while off of his medication. Wang Saw, age 62, of Las Vegas, Nevada, was taken into custody Monday afternoon after hitting eight pedestrians while erratically driving the rented truck through several Brooklyn neighborhoods, streets, sidewalks, and bike lanes, speeding through red lights. Police said a 44-year-old man who sustained injuries to his head after being thrown off the bicycle later died at the hospital, cops said. Seven others ranging in ages from 30 to 66 were injured, including one police officer. Oh boy. I don't like the sound of this. One moment. According to um Chief of Detectives James Essig, Source said he saw an invisible object come towards his car on Monday morning. And at that point, he says, I've had enough. And he goes on his rampage, Essex said. Um, the suspect's family confirmed that he was off of his medication at the time, according to police. Based on interviews with his family members and confirmed when interrogated by members of the New York City Detective Bureau, we believe Mr. Saw was suffering from a mental health crisis, Essex said. At this time, there's no nexus to terrorism. Meaning that there is no excuse. There's no excuse for his actions. Um. Anyway, Saul was charged with one count of murder and seven counts of attempted murder. Commissioner Keechan Sewell announced on Monday. NYPD investigators are working with our law enforcement partners, including prosecutors, to build the strongest case possible and to deliver a measure of justice to these victims, Sewell said. Attorney information for Saul was not available. Saul was stopped while driving multiple times in the days leading up to the incident, according to police. Just 8 days before the incident on February 5th, he was arrested for reckless driving and marijuana possession by South Carolina Highway Patrol, Essex said. On February 8th, he was stopped by New York Highway Patrol and given summonses for speeding and having a commercial vehicle on the Belt Parkway. Okay, so according to Essex, Saw had rented the truck in Florida on February 4th before making his way up to New York. On February 8th, Saw showed up to his estranged wife and son's residence to take a shower and got into an argument with his son, cops said. Saw also has a number of prior arrests, mostly in his native town of Las Vegas, dating back to the early 2000s, as they said. Those include a DWI in 2002, evading a police officer in 2002, battery in 2005, resisting arrest 2014, domestic battery in 2015, battery with a deadly weapon in 2017, and battery with a deadly weapon in 2020, as it said. Oh my gosh. This is what happens when you actually ruin your damn life. Yeah. Yeah. Um yeah. Yeah, there's more to this story, I believe. Yes, there's more to this. There's more to the story. Um I think that's it though, man. Okay, up next. Okay. I made no, actually, hold on a second. Let me just set this up here, man, because um so my homegirl sent me a TikTok video of Tom Segura and Christina, whatever her last name is, uh Pazsitsky, Christina Pazsitsky, right? Um Basically, and this is where I'm gonna segue to right here. So um this is from a what hold on a second. This is a website from the recent times. Um Tom Segura and Christina. So here's what's going on here, folks. I'm pretty sure some of y'all probably saw it on someone else's page or probably I actually posted it in the Insta story as well. And I actually posted it in the Insta story as well, and I had put it to highlights. When I saw this shit, this is fucking crazy. And I had to actually discuss this with y'all folks though. And you know what I'm saying? So here it is. So, all right, so Tom Segura and his wife Christina Pazsitsky are under hot water for saying that using washcloths in a shower is something for poor people. Um, Here's everything you need to know. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Hold on 1 second. This is crazy. This is some crazy shit though. And of course, I saw one of the Instagram users said that it's a form of disrespect. I get it. Yeah. Um. So, in case you're probably wondering, uh, what he said. Him and his wife said that using washcloths is only for poor people. So let's keep going with this story, folks. You're gonna get a laugh. You're gonna get a crazy laugh out of this shit too, man. This shit is wild. Anyway, so Tom Segura washcloth controversy explained. Tom Segura is being criticized after a video of him saying that only poor people use washcloths went viral on social media platforms. Moreover, it appears like Segura's wife Christina Pazsitsky was beside him when he made the comment. In addition, both Segura and Pazsitsky are stand-up comedians who tied the knot in 2008. Consequently, the couple co-hosts the podcast Your Mom's House. They publish new episodes every week and feature several comedians. During the recent episode, the pair were talking about their showering habits when Pazsitsky asked her husband whether he was anti-washes. Segura, on the other hand, replied with, "I'm not going to wash my legs and feet." Additionally, then Pazsitsky asked him whether he believed that it was a black people thing to wash legs and feet. Segura then jokingly answered by saying that he does not think it was a black people thing. He followed up with another comment by adding, "I think using washcloths is for poor people, but I don't think washing your legs and feet is for black people." Um, everybody uses fucking washcloths. You know that, right? you, you know everybody uses that shit, right? Like seriously. When I heard this, I was like, no, he didn't. And I was like, yo, this this motherfucker is on some shit right here, man. And I'm like in my head, this is ridiculous. And I don't know. And I don't know. This is just crazy though, man. Like, really though? Really? Like, he needs to really, 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 really sit the fuck down, man, on that shit, man. That's a big epic fail, folks. That is a big epic fail. I hate to say this, man. This is so fucking it's so fucking funny at the same time, but I don't know, man. I don't know what to make of it, but I'm not gonna really get mad at this shit. But even though it's a little disrespectful, but I don't know, man. You know, I, I'm not surprised by all this though, man. But I'm just gonna laugh this off anyway. Anyway, anyway. Yeah. So this is just crazy. This is crazy. Let me see. Where was I? Where was I? Oh, of course. Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. Let me see. Besides that, Pazsitsky agreed with her husband's comment and affirmed that using washcloths in showers is something that poor people do. Listen, everybody uses fucking washcloths, okay? Um, you know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, the remark about washcloths has sparked a debate on hygiene and cleaning habits. Subsequently, many people pointed out that Segura and Pazsitsky have an ignorant attitude and racist nature. And this person who goes by the name of Dumpster Baby. Whoa, Dumpster Baby. Oh wow. Oh wow. Hold on. Dumpster Baby. Oh shit. Oh my gosh. So Dumpster Baby on Twitter says, "Never thought I'd be called poor for having washcloths by the group of people who didn't know you were supposed to you're supposed to wash your legs and feet while in the shower. This is also the same group that quick to tell us unprovoked that they only bathe once a week." Oh wow. Um oh shit. Many social media users took to their Twitter handle to call out Tom Segura and Christina Pazsitsky for their unhygienic take on washcloth. A user wrote, "How is that every 8 weeks or so white people get together and admit they don't wash their bodies and make us witness it? Please, y'all stop. I'm begging you." Meech says on Twitter, "How is it?" Yeah, I already said that already. A second commented, "All jokes aside, do they think washcloths are for um um rationing soap?" Kenya woo woo woo. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh wow. Oh man. Another user chimed in to say ending friendships over washcloths is insane. This is why they smell like wet dogs and nickels. Oh my gosh. Um this is crazy. Someone else pointed out if washcloths are poor, what does solely using your hands make you? A Neanderthal. Oh, oh shit. It's so fucking ridiculous. Um, Wayne says on Twitter, hold on, I am Mr. Carson. If washcloths are poor, what does this? Yeah, yeah, that's what he said. A different user, a different user added, but what does being poor have to do with using washcloths? I want to know how they arrived at that conclusion. And the person who said that statement is Ashley Klein on Twitter, who basically stated, "But what does being poor have to do with using washcloths? I want to know how they arrived at that conclusion." Okay, let us know. Folks, let us know in the comments, in the Instagram live feed, and of course on YouTube as well. And let us know. Do you think what Tom Segura and Christina Pazsitsky from Your Mom's podcast is a disrespectful, stereotypical statement? Let us know in the comments. I don't know if I want to make this I don't know if I'm going to make this a Q&A question. I don't know, man, because to me, I don't know. Ah, man, I don't know if I want to make this a question. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know. Um, let's Okay, up next, let's talk LL Cool J and the explanation and involving the classic song "Pink Cookies in a Plastic Bag," and then on BET recently. So LL Cool J is correcting some bars hip hop fans may have misconstrued in the past. The rap legend and pioneer took to his Twitter account a few days ago, decoding lyrics from songs like Headsprung, Craig Mack's Flavor in Your Ear remix, and perhaps most notably Pink Cookies in a Plastic Bag getting crushed by buildings. One of the singles from 14 Shots to the Dome. Oh, wow. Waiting on you to explain Pink Cookies in a Plastic Bag getting crushed by buildings, a Twitter user um told LL. Oh, wow. Okay, this is what he said on Twitter. Um, um, so he says pink cookies in a plastic bag is when you literally turn is when you turn the ass inside out. Looks like pink cookies. Getting crushed by buildings. It's standing carrying your sex partner, then tossing them on the bed at the height of the O. um, well, let you sound it all out on. Well, let you sound it all out in your head, but yeah, that's not what we were expecting either. Interestingly, L. Cool J provided a different meaning for the song's lyrics on Drink Champs 2 years ago. That was a lot more SFW. Ella also noted that there will be more song there will be more song breakdowns to come, so stay tuned for that. Okay. All right. Yeah. So let me see. What else we got on the agenda? Hold on a second. Okay, did y'all know Keke Palmer was a narrator for the Sims game? Well, I'm gonna fill you in on it though. The episode is Gamer narrates the voice for Sims game, and this is pertaining to Keke Palmer. So, according to Screen Rant, um, according to Screen Rant, beloved star Keke Palmer has started Sims, playing the Sims 4 on Instagram, and fans can't get enough of the end game drama she's been causing. While The Sims 4 players streaming the game online is nothing new, Keke Palmer's appearance on the scene has turned the heads of many fans. The Sims 4 is a title designed for in-game narrates, and over the years, lots of players who've taken their stories online to share with others. The game itself already provided many worthwhile options for causing drama, and user created content like mods has furthered this even more, giving fans a nearly endless amount of gameplay options for their Sims. According to a recent article from Kotaku, Nope star Keke Palmer has begun sharing in-game stories from The Sims 4 on her Instagram account to the delight of viewers. A Twitter video from Ungodly West of Palmer's stream has also made it evident she's playing with some of The Sims 4's best realistic mods, like the controversial NSFW mod Wicked Whims. Oh shit. In the video, Palmer narrates a talk between a male and female sim that devolves into an argument about their relationship, with the actress offering hilarious interpretations of the conversation, bubbles images, and hot takes on the general situation. Wow. Players have had big reactions to Palmer's Instagram live videos, with many praising their humor and chaos, two hallmarks of The Sims 4. In another tweet from ants underscore corner that shows a clip of one of Palmer's Sims starting a fight, the user called her Instagram videos the funniest thing ever. Yes, Palmer's Sims starting a fight, the user called her Instagram videos the funniest thing ever. Kotaku notes that the popularity of Instagram live videos has prompted many fans to request that Keke Palmer began streaming The Sims 4 on Twitch, although so far the star hasn't confirmed any intention to. And from The Sims 4 chaotic items to its endless drama potential, playing out the game in this tumultuous manner as Palmer is doing is a great example of what the series is all about. Not only that, but Palmer's Instagram lives have captured some of the quirkier elements of playing with mods and custom content as well. One of her Sims in the second video can be seen riddled with visual errors, no doubt due to some broken custom content used on the character. The character Palmer's Sim is picking a fight with also stems from the Wicked Whims mod, a window peeper aptly named Tina Peeping. Oh shit. Um at its core, the popularity of the Sims franchise stems from its ability to be whatever players want it to be. While some enjoy playing realistically, other fans prefer chaos, picking fights, setting things on fire, or romancing the Grim Reaper in The Sims 4 are just the start of a player's potential when it comes to in-game drama. It's no wonder why Kiki Palmer's style of gameplay has resonated with the Sims 4 community, and hopefully players will get to see more on Twitch sometime soon. Let's see. Yeah, it remains to be seen. And congratulations to Kiki Palmer on her first child, and also on everything else in between as far as making a network for herself. For those of you who may not know what that is, I will try to pull that up. I'll try to pull it up actually on I'll try to pull it up um on Instagram right now actually. Let me see. Hold on a minute. Yes, so she has a TV network called Key TV, so you can follow it on Instagram as well as the YouTube channel, I believe. Yeah, let me just point this out. Um, let me just point this out here. So This is basically everything on. This is basically everything on Key TV. I believe it's on. Yes, yes. Let me just take a look and see here before I move on. Yes, you can also subscribe to Key TV Network on YouTube, where everything is already uploaded and posted. This is basically Key TV Sports Fan. You can watch Dear Kiki, all the other trailers and teasers and stuff like that that's in there. So there you have it right there. And also she has a podcast, may I add. You can also listen to a podcast called Baby. Um, this is Keke Palmer on Amazon Music. And you can also listen to a podcast on Spotify and wherever you get your podcasts. All right. So there you have it right there. So congratulations to Keke Palmer. Let's make some noise, man, for Keke Palmer, man, doing her thing, being a mom and a podcaster and a entrepreneur of Key TV and everything else in between, and a narrator for Sims 4 game. Hold on 1 second. All right, hold on 1 second. Let's do that again. All right. Up next, what we have here is okay. What we have here? Okay. Okay. We need to talk about We need to talk about Mario Day. All right. Let's get into that right here. Let's get into it right there. Yeah, we need to talk about Mario Day. Um. Actually, yeah. Yeah, let's talk about Mario Day, and then we'll get to the HBO Max stuff and everything else in between. Um, so for those of you who don't know what Mario Day is, I'll actually break that down for you. Actually, along with the activities. So let me see. All right, so we celebrate Mario Day on March 10th each year, which is tomorrow, actually. Um, because March 10th, written as Mar 10, um, yeah, Mar 10 looks like Mario's name. The friendly mustache Mario character was initially released by Nintendo in 1985. Doesn't that make you feel old? Since then, Mario has appeared in around 200 different games, and the Mario games have claimed the title of best-selling video game series in history, beating out popular competitors like Pokemon. Um, of course, When is Mario Day 2023? Mario his brother Luigi, Princess Peach, and all the other Super Mario World are celebrated on Mario Day on March 10th, which is tomorrow. The history of Mario Day. Um, the history of Mario Day. Mario Day has been occurring on March 10th every year for the last decade, give or take. Though the exact origin year is unknown, fans have been celebrating before Nintendo officially embraced the holiday in 2016. When Nintendo officially embraced the holiday and started celebrating annually, they began promoting new and old games, offering special deals and discounts, and started hosting Mario themed events as well as promoting sales on some of their games. Mario's debut game was Donkey Kong, released by Nintendo in 1981. The design for the animated character was created by critically acclaimed Japanese video game designer Shigeru Miyamoto, who also created Super Mario, Donkey Kong, The Legend of Zelda, and Star Fox. The Mario Brothers video games were so successful, a movie adaptation of the game titled Mario Brothers was released in 1993, but it was a flop. Both commercially and with audiences, this was one of the first attempts to recreate a video game into a movie. With each iteration, the Mario series has done its best to always focus on keeping its gameplay fun, yet challenging, making it addictive to people of all ages. Okay, all right, here we are. The US version of Super Mario Bros. 2 is also one of the earliest games to feature a playable female Princess Peach in its roster of four selectable characters. The Mario series of games and spin-offs are timeless, with each game featuring new adventures to try or new challenges to beat, even encouraging players to play with a group of friends. All right, so timeline of Mario Day. Okay, started in 1981, the year of Mario's inception. The first Mario game is released. 1988, Super Mario Brothers 3 release. One of the most anticipated NES games, Super Mario Brothers 3 is released, becoming one of the highest grossing games of all time. Super Mario joins Game Boy in 1989. Super Mario Land is released on the Game Boy, giving gamers a new Mario adventure on the go. 1982, Mario meets his evil doppelganger. Mario's new arch rival Wario is introduced in Super Mario Land 2 for the Game Boy. 1996, 1996. Um, just as good in 3D, Mario's jump into 3D finally comes when Super Mario 64 is released as a launch title for the Nintendo 64. 2017, an Odyssey for the Switch. Mario's new friend Cappy joins him on his most recent adventure across the globe. Cappy. Traditions. Mario Day is a big occasion in the gaming community. Many of us have grown up playing Mario games, and the franchise is still going strong and is enjoyed today by newer generations. Mario games are the hot topic of the day. Gaming streamers play old and new games, trying out the games they haven't played before, sharing Easter eggs in the games with their audiences, and just reliving some good old Mario memories. Adults and children both participate in the day's celebrations by playing Mario video games and going head to head against their friends or family. Mario also has a movie, Super Mario Brothers, 1993, which bombed at the box office, but is now enjoyed as a campy take on the franchise. And let's see, by the numbers, 1981, the year Mario made his first appearance in the video game. 12, the number of occupations Mario has had over the years. 5, the number of Guinness World Records held by the Mario franchise. 40.24 million, the number of copies that the first Super Mario Brothers game sold. 255, the number of games in the Mario franchise. 256 kilobit, the storage of the cartridge on which the game Super Mario Brothers 2 is stored. 128, the lives a player gets in the Mario game after using the popular infinite lives trick. Okay, so we got some Mario Day activities to cover actually. All right, so Mario Day activities. Number one, dress up as Mario or Mario character. Choose between dressing up as Mario, Luigi, Goomba, Koopa, Paratrooper, Wario, Princess Daisy, Princess Peach, Donkey Kong, Toad, Bowser, Boo, Wally, Waluigi. Waluigi. Wow, that's an interesting one right there. Um, Rosalina, Piranha, Piranha Plant, or a Super Mushroom. Number two, host a Mario theme party. Throw a theme party or bring your costume self to a Mario costume party. It could be a fully themed room full of costume guests, complete with Mario themed hors d'oeuvres, or just a couple of friends playing Mario together at home. It also goes without saying, playing one of the Mario Party games would fit right in. Number three, indulge in some Mario games with friends or family. Whether you love racing in Mario Kart, getting your fight on with Super Smash Brothers, or going old school with one of the NES Mario titles, there are options that people of all age ranges and tastes can enjoy. And yeah. All right. So why we love Mario Day? Hold on. Yes, why we love Mario Day. Um, there are so many options of Mario games to choose from. With over 200 games, there's a surplus of options to choose for any mood you are in. You could choose from puzzle games, sports games, role playing games, racing games, or party games, and still be immersed in the world of Mario. That's letter A. B. The games could be the games could have lasting effects for people in real life. Um, hold on. Okay. Yeah. B. The games could have lasting effects for people in real life. One study from the Max Planck Institute found that playing Super Mario 64 helped with spatial orientation, memory formation, strategic planning, and fine motor skills. The Mario games are not only fun but beneficial for your brain too, in moderation, of course. C. Mario brings people together. Mario has been bringing people together since the 1980s. Mario Kart Tour, a simplified version of the Mario Kart game as an app on smartphones, just recently added the multiplayer edition so you can race your friends for free right from your phone. What could be better than challenging your buddies to a virtual Mario Kart duel from the comfort of your own home? Okay, so Mario Day dates includes this year March 10th, which is Friday. Um, Next year is Sunday, March 10th, 2024. 2025, Monday, March 10th. 2026, March 10th. 2027, March 10th, Wednesday. Okay, before I go into more Mario activities and stuff like that, um let's get into what's happening in the TV world of things. All right. Okay, what's happening for March 2023? Okay, so here it is. Here's a whole list. So, and this is from CBS News, of course, actually. HBO Max has tons of great new content arriving this month, including new episodes of the gritty action adventure series The Last of Us, the final season of Succession, and even a few 2023 Oscar nominees. I'm not even gonna watch that shit. Keep reading to check out what's coming to and leaving HBO Max in March 2023. So let's see. Okay, so so how much? I'm not even gonna. So HBO Max has two subscription tiers: an ad-supported subscription for $10 monthly, and an ad-free plan available for $16 monthly. Ooh, I don't know, man. I don't know if anybody's gonna go for that shit though, man. The Last of Us. Um, yes, based on the popular PlayStation video game, The Last of Us stars Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey as an unlikely pair making their way across a fungus infested zombie apocalypse esque wasteland. New episodes of this smash hit series are currently streaming weekly on HBO Max. The new episodes of The Last of Us drop every Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern, with the season finale set to air on March the 12th. Succession, with the sale of Waster Royco on the horizon, the Roy family struggles to prepare for what life will look like in the aftermath. Angst and division among the family ensues. Jeremy Strong, Sarah Snook, Brian Cox, um, Kieran Culkin, and Nicholas Braun returned for the final season of Succession. Unfortunately, that's that's really really sad. That is coming to an end. Premiering March 26th at 9 p.m. Eastern on HBO and HBO Max. And hold on. Okay, now we go to 2023 Oscar nominees on HBO Max. Looking to catch up on the best films of the year before 2023, the Academy Awards. You can stream some of them right now on HBO Max. All the Beauty and the Bloodshed, March 19th. Oh, shit. Shit, that's crazy. Yeah. Oh, man. All the Beauty and the Bloodshed. Oh, gosh. The name itself is a little creepy and strange, but anyway, the Banshees of Inisherin reuniting the in Burgess co-stars Colin Farrell and Brandon Gleeson. The Banshees of Inisherin follows Padriak and his lifelong friend Combe, who find themselves at an alarming impasse when Calm decides to end their relationship. Of course, Elvis Austin Butler stars as the titular music icon in this critically acclaimed Baz Luhrmann biopic. This Best Picture nominee examines Elvis Presley's legacy through the lens of his complex relationship with his manager, played by Tom Hanks. Elvis is now streaming on HBO Max. Did you know that the crazy? I was watching the Sherry show and she was talking about Austin Butler. She, basically he had to he microwaved ice cream. He microwaved ice cream to get the role to play Elvis to gain a few pounds. Ain't that some shit? That's wild right there, man. That's very wild, to be honest with you. That's very wild right there. Oh my god, that's very wild. And I'm like, why would you even warm up ice cream in a microwave? Who does that? Like seriously, that's the first time I'm actually hearing this shit. This is one of the ghettoest tricks that I ever heard about life. Oh man, that shit is so fucking incredible right there. Oh man, that's that's fucking incredible right there, man. Hold on. Microwaving popcorn, man. Wow, man. Oh shit. Oh boy. Okay, there's more to this actually. Let's see. Let me see. So, yeah, this is ridiculous. So everything coming to HBO Max this month. March 1st, A Dangerous Method 2011. A Night in the Museum, Secret of the Tomb 2014. Basic 2003. Beatrice at Dinner 2017. Best of Enemies 2015. Bloodsport 1988. Breathe 2017. And no relation to the Fabulous song from Brooklyn. Cobra. Oh shit. Cobra 1986. Creed 2015. Creed 2 2018. Finding Forrester 2000. Ghost Ship 2002. The Expandables 2010. House at the End of the Street 2012. I Am Loved 2009. I Love You Man 2009. Iris 2014. Lemon 2017. Long Shot 2019. Lucy 2014. Make Your Move 2013. Milk 2008. My Bloody Valentine 1981. Next Day Air 2009. Outrage 2009. Okay. Results 2015. Rock and Roller 2008. Selena 1997. School Life 2016. Sinister 2012. Spawn 1997. Speed Racer 2008. Um uh Tangerine 2015. The Accused 1988. The Big Hit 1988. No, excuse me, 1998. The Blue Lagoon 1980. The Brothers Bloom 2008. The Circle 2017. The Expandables 2 2012. Expandables The Expandables 3 2014. The Jacket 2005. The Kid 2019. The Wife 2018. Trespass Against Us 2016. This Is the End 2018. And A Little Brave Toaster 2015. Vampire in Brooklyn 1985. White God 2014. Whitey, the United States of America versus James J. Bulger 2014. You Got Served 2004. Now we go to March 2nd. Marlon Wayans, God Loves Me, Max original premiere. Matriarchy, Max original season 1 premiere. And March 6th, hold on a minute. Perry Mason season 2 premiere, HBO, of course. Rain Dog season premiere. March 8th, Mortal Kombat, the reboot, 2021. Um, March 12th, The Last of Us season finale premiere. March 17th, Beach Cottage Chronicles season 2. March 19th, All the Beauty and the Bloodshed documentary premiere. March 23rd, Only You, the animated short collections 2023. Succession, season 4 premiere. March 26th. March 29th, Those Who Wish Me Dead. Oh shit. What's leaving HBO Max in March 2023? March 1st, Space Jam New Legacy 2021. March 7th, Just a Boy from Tupelo. Bringing Elvis to the Big Screen 2023. Cries from Syria 2017. March 14th, Arthur Miller, writer, 2018. Ron's Gone Wrong 2021. March 22nd, The Suicide Squad reboot, from 2016, 2021. March 27th, Mandrake Telefilm Part 1 and Part 2. March 30th, Armed and Dangerous 1986, Hitman's Wife Bodyguard 2021. March 31st, 310 to Yuma 2007. 1979, The Adventures of Elmo in Grouchland 1999. A Happening of Monumental Proportions 2022. ER Flux 2006. Yes, Eon Flux 2006. American Hustle 2013. Annabelle 2014. Around the World in 80 Days 1956. The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford 2007. Bad News Bears HBO. Balls Out Gary the Tennis Coach 2009. Beach Rats 2017, excuse me, HBO. Beer Fest 2006, Before Sunrise 1985, Before Sunset 2004, The Best of Blaxploitation 2023, The Big Chill 1983, The Big Sleep 1946, Black Hawk Down 2001, Black Nativity 2013 Director's Cut, Blackthorn 2011, Body Heat 1981, Border 2018, The Boy Who Could Fly 1989, Camelot 1967, The Campaign 2012, Cannery Road 1982, Chappelle's Show seasons 1 through 2, Charlie St. Cloud 2010, Cheech and Chong Nice Dreams 1981, Cheech and Chong's Things Are Tough All Over 1982, Colossal 2017, Coneheads 1993, Cheyenne Autumn 1964, also Children of the Damned, City Slickers 1981, City Slickers 2, The Legend of Curly's Gold 1984, Cleopatra Jones 1973, Cleopatra and Casino of Gold 1975, Colossal 2016, Contagion 2011, Dances with Wolves 1990 extended version, Dating Amber 2020, Deep Impact 1998, The Dirty Dozen 1967, Dogfight 1991, Down Terrace 2022, Elvis on Tour 1972, Elvis, That's the Way It Is, 1970, Ender's Game, 2013, Escape Plan, 2013, Access Baggage, 1997, The Eyes of Tammy Faye, Fair Game, 2010, Five Easy Pieces, 1970, Flipped, 2010, Four Winners and a Funeral, 1984, Frank, 2014, Free Willy 2, The Adventure Home, 1985, Furry Vengeance, 2010, Ghostbusters 1984, Ghostbusters 2 1988, 1989. Girlfriends, 1978. Gold Diggers of 1933. Grand Piano, 2013. Grumpier Old Man, Grumpy Old Man, 1993, 1995. A Guy Named Joe, 1943. Hall Pass, 2011. Happy Endings, 2011. Hooper, 1978. Hosier's, 1986. House of Wax, 2005. House on Haunted Hill, 1999. House Party, Tonight's the Night, 2013. Hugo, 2011. The Hunger, 1983. Inner Space, 1987. Into the Storm, 2014. Iron Eagle. It all happened at the World's Fair. Jailhouse Rock. Joe versus the Volcano, 1990. Jumper, 2008. Jumping the Broom, 2011. Kick Ass, 2010. Killer Elite, 2011. Larry Crown, 2011. Last Detail, The Last Dragon. Les Miserables. Lions for Lambs, 2007. Live by Night. Logan's Run. Lolita. Loving Basketball. Love Don't Cost a Thing. Love in the Afternoon. Malibu's Most Wanted. A Man Apart. The Man Who Would Be King. Matilda. Meet the Spartans. Michael. Mickey Blue Eyes. Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. Moon. Moscow on the Hudson. My Cousin Vinny. Mystic River. National Lampoon's European Vacation. New Jack City. No Place on Earth. Nobody. On the Waterfront. Only Love is Left Alive. Pop Star, Never Stopping. Pride and Prejudice. Profile, Prom Night, Promised Land, Rain Man, Red 2, Red Dust, Robin Hood, Romance on the High Seas, Rosewood, Sesame Street Presents Follow That Bird, Set It Off, Sex in the City, Shaft in Africa, Shaft Big Score, She's All That, Showdown in Little Tokyo, Showtime, Sideways, The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, South Central, Spawn, Superfly, Surfs Up to Wave Mania, T for Two, The Bad News Bears and Breaking Training, The Breakup, The Freshman, The Heartbreak Kid, The Incredible Hulk, Last Airbender, The Lincoln Lawyer, The Perfect Host, Secret Life of Bees. Hold on. Okay, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, The Thin Man, The 13th Floor, The Toy, The Truth About Cats and Dogs, The Two Faces of January, Tim and Eric's $1 billion movie, To the Wonder, Twisted, Upside of Anger, Vegas Vacation, Veronica Mars, Vice Versa, Village of the Damned, Viva Las Vegas, Waist Deep, Waiting for Guffman, Walking Life, Wat Stacks. The Way Back, Woman of the Year, and What to Expect When You Are Expecting. Okay, House of the Dragon, also included. Um, The White Lotus, Don't Worry, Darling, The Sex Lives of College Girls, The Big Brunch, Our Flag Means Death, Starstruck, Oscar nominated movie on HBO Max, Drive My Car, Dune, Nightmare Alley, West Side Story, the best TV deals right now. I'm not even gonna. Well, let's see. 65 TCL Roku Smart TV, TCL 5 Series with 4K resolution, 75 Amazon Fire TV Omni Series 4K Smart TV, Omni Fire TV Stick with 4K Ultra HD $50. Wow. Wow, $50. Oh wow. Hmm. $50. Okay, let's go to all right, so let's get into let me see. Hold on a minute. Let's get into movie Man Cave Popcorn right now. Creed 3 takes the number one spot in the box office. Just give me one moment. Let's see. Give me one moment right here. Okay. So Creed 3 just recently came out last week. So let's get into Creed 3. Um all right. So when Creed 3 punched its way to the top of the box office over the weekend with a massive $58.7 million domestic haul and knocked out a host of records. Directed, produced by and starring Michael B. Jordan as Adonis Creed. The MGM movie notched a franchise best opening and the biggest domestic opening for a sports movie. With an additional $41.1 million internationally, the film has already totaled more than $100 million worldwide. All right, let's continue. Okay. Um so um Creed 3 is also expected to become MGM's first non-Bond film to gross $100 million domestically since the hit 2019 animated movie The Addams Family. Uh, there were other impressive stats, including the film's A minus cinema score and ticket buyers reported to be 63% male and 55% between the ages of 18 and 34. The statistics also illustrated a racially diverse audience where 36% were black, 28% were Latino, 23% were white, and 13% were Asian, according to post-track data. All right. Okay. So the film, which Jordan shot with IMAX cameras, also posted an impressive turnout on premium large format screens, with a huge 38% of the box office coming from those ticket sales. But perhaps most notably, Creed 3 knocked Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantum Mania out of the number one spot in its third week of release. Despite a steep drop between its first 2 weeks, the Marvel film still topped Cocaine Bear, with Majors starring in both movies, playing Creed's friend turned adversary Damian Dame Anderson in the boxing movie, and the MCU's new big bad Kang. This feat is more than impressive, it's extraordinary. While the film racked up ticket sales, Majors was bouncing across the country. On Friday, the actor was honored by the Austin Film Society at the Texas Film Awards in his home state of Texas. Then on Sunday night at the ABFF Honors ceremony in Los Angeles, Majors surprised his Lovecraft Country co-star and acting hero Courtney B. Vance by presenting him with the Excellence in the Arts Award. He's gone. Vance told Variety on the red carpet, joking about Major's rapidly rising star before reflecting more seriously on what this all means. He's trying to leave that door open to bring folks with him and to become the power center that Michael B. Jordan is. So the two of them are the future of Black Hollywood and of Hollywood. Paul Degara Bedian, senior media analyst of no senior analyst at Comscore, agrees that this moment marks a major momentum shift for actor who first broke out with the 2019 indie The Last Black Man in San Francisco, followed by The Harder They Fall, The Five Bloods, and Devotion. As rare as a unicorn sighting, landing the box office gold and silver medal in the same weekend puts any actor in a very exclusive club, as it is extraordinary for the cinematic planets to align in this way. Dargarabedian tells Variety about the achievement. Jonathan Majors now joins this rarefied group with this incredible one-two punch at the box office. In trying to calculate just how rare and of an occurrence this is, Durgara this hold on. Durgarabedian notes that it takes much more than a quick Google search. This is box office archaeology, he explains. It's not like you just type into a system movies with the same star. In the top two films, 3 weeks apart, and that's going to certainly appear. It requires a much deeper dive into it. the type of success Majors is experiencing could have been more frequent during the 30s, 40s, and 50s due to the makeup of the Hollywood studio system and the contracts requiring actors to crank out a certain number of films per year. You could easily really no, excuse me, you could really get in the weeds researching that time, he adds. But in the modern era, it's just exceedingly rare. Here's a few instances. In January 2013, Jessica Chastain had the number one and number two films with the debut of the horror film Mama, topping Zero Dark 30, which got a boost at the box office um following its nationwide. Hold on a second. Yes, following. Hold on a second. Yeah, following its nationwide expansion after earning 5 Oscar nominations. Um, in 1998, Leonardo DiCaprio claimed the top two spots with The Man in the Iron Mask, opening just $300,000 behind Titanic, which opened in December 1997 and was just getting started on its unprecedented run to a record setting $1.8 billion. Um, Recently, Tom Holland came close. Uncharted opened at number one in February 2022, dethroning Spider-Man No Way Home, which had topped the charts for much of December and January. However, No Way Home dropped to number three domestically thanks to Channing Tatum's dog that snagging the second spot. Of course, there might certainly be cases where a supporting actor could appear in a small role in two mega movies, but Majors is a co-lead in both Creed and Quantum Mania, and by and large, even the busiest actors appear in no more than a couple films a year, with months in between release dates. Um, wow. And Samuel Jackson, whose 150 plus movies have made more than 27 billion dollars at the box office, would be an exception. His yearly average is frequently much higher, especially considering that his Nick Fury pops up all over the Marvel Cinematic Universe, plus all the other high profile franchises in which he stars. It's about quality, not quantity, Durgara Beatty says. Yeah, so anyway, man, anyway, you can check out variety.com/2023 film box office along with Jonathan Majors and Creed 3 and along with the other movies that's in the box office. Well, um actually let's get into the box office numbers. I didn't get a chance to get well, yeah. Let's see. Creed 3. Yes. So let's get into the box office. Yeah. Yeah, so Creed 3 has broken mad records. So let's see how it did. Hold on a second. Let's see how it did because this is crazy. Um, so this is very, very, very interesting actually. Let's see. Anyway, let me just Anyway, let's go to the box office per se. Let's get into it. Um, create three box office numbers. Let's see. Yeah, it's still in theaters right now. It's still in theaters right now, actually. Now I don't know any other movies that's still in there, so let's get into it right here. Let me see. Let me see this shit. Okay, let's move on to some other movie news right here. Um, so there's a movie based on the sneaker called Air. All right, so there's nothing cool about Nike. Marlon Wayne says as George reveling in the trailer for Ben Affleck and Matt Damon's new movie Air. And while that might have been the case in 1984, everything changed. Everything changed once Sonny Vaccaro courted rookie Michael Jordan for an exclusive shoe line. Before the Affleck directed film's $7 million Super Bowl spot this weekend, Amazon has dropped the first official trailer for the drama, which premieres April 5th. The highly anticipated feature focuses on the game changing partnership between Michael Jordan and Nike's basketball division. Although their unexpected partnership brought upon apprehension and hesitancy, Nike revolutionized the world of sports and contemporary culture with the introduction of the Air Jordan brand. And this moving story follows the career defining gamble of an unconventional team with everything on the line, the uncompromising vision of a mother who knows the worth of her son's immense talent, and the basketball phenom who would become the greatest of all time, according to the film's logline. Collaborators and longtime friends Affleck and Damon reunite as Nike executives Sonny Vaccaro and Nike co-founder Phil Knight, respectively. The duo are joined by Viola Davis as Michael Jordan's mother and fierce supporter Dolores Jordan. Air also stars Jason Bateman as Ralph Strasser, Chris Messina as David Falk, Chris Tucker as Howard White, Matthew Mayer as Peter Moore, Gustav Skarsgård as Horst Dazzler, and Julius Tennant as James Jordan. Um, Air was produced by Peter Guber, Jason Michael Berman, Jeff Robinoff, Madison Ainley, Damon and Affleck, David Ellison, Jesse Sisgold, and John Weinbach produced the film for Skydance Sports. The production marks Affleck's return to directing following 2016's Live by Night and 2012's Best Picture winning Argo. Air will premiere April 5th on more than 3,000 movie theater screens throughout the U.S., followed by streaming accessibility in more than 240 countries. You can watch the trailer on YouTube. Also, another movie news. There's a sneakers movie we need to talk about here, and Martin Lawrence is in it too. How about that? Yes, according to Vibe, Anthony Mackie, Chloe Bailey, and Martin Lawrence have joined the stacked assembled cast of the upcoming animated film Sneaks. Previously announced cast members include Ella May, Rowdy Rich, Sway Lee, Macy Gray, Kiana Lee, Kiana Lede, um, Quavo, Sam J, Keith David, Coy Ray, and Lawrence Fishburne. In Rob Edwards' directorial debut, viewers will follow Ty, a nurtured designer sneaker who whose sister gets stolen by a shady collector, Fishburne, leading him to New York City to find and rescue her with the help of a charming Oxford, an elegant stiletto, a gifted young athlete, and more. Ty finds new footwear friends and a soulmate. Okay, so Mustard will serve as the film's executive music producer, and Bobito Garcia serves as its cultural advisor. Hmm. Yeah. So Fishburne, who also serves as executive producer, shared in a statement: "Our film will illuminate and pay homage to the forever growing and popular sneaker culture that continues to inspire and be inspired by musicians, athletes, and artists alike. And I'm thrilled by the cast and crew and who have decided to join us on the journey." Mustard chimed in to state, and quote, "I really see the music in this film as a crucial part of the storytelling. As the first family animated feature film to be steeped in sneaker culture, I am honored to draw from my expertise as a producer and artist and my love of sneakers to create moments that really connect. The added bonus is that this film is a film that I'll be able to enjoy with my family and kids. Sneaks is slated for completion in 2024. So there's no release date quite yet, but if I hear anything else regarding Sneaks, I will I will bring it to you right here on this podcast right here. And yeah, and some activities for Mario Day actually. So let's get into it right here. So we have some activities to talk about here for Mario Day. Let's see. So hold on. So Nintendo has passed along an announcement covering all of the plans it has in store for Mario Day, which is dedicated to Mario. We already mentioned the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass Wave 4 release date and new Switch bundle. And a few other things are planned, including a special sale. Here's the important announcement. So yesterday, Nintendo officially kicked off the Mario Day celebrations with a party at Nintendo New York starring Mario, Luigi, and YouTube superstar Ryan Kaji from Ryan's World. Today, the celebration continues with a Mushroom Kingdom's worth of exciting announcements, including a review of the new Nintendo Switch Mario Choose One bundle arriving in stores starting on March 10th, which is tomorrow. Additional details about Wave 4 of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass DLC, including full track list and the March 9th launch, which is today. A sweepstakes for a chance to win a trip to Super Nintendo World at Universal Studios Hollywood, an upcoming Nintendo Switch game sale, perfect for Mario fans of all ages, and so much more. With a variety of activities all month long, we want all of Mario's fans to know that every day can be a Mario Day, said Devin Pritchard, Nintendo of America's Executive Vice President of Sales, Marketing, and Communications. We hope fans of all ages will find their own special way to experience Mario this month and create long-lasting memories that will put smiles on their faces, whether it's helping Mario save the day or visiting him in the real life Mushroom Kingdom at Super Nintendo World in Universal Studios Hollywood. At yesterday's exclusive event, overalls not required. Some of Mario's youngest fans got a chance to meet Ryan and Ryan's World and join him for some Nintendo fun. The Nintendo New York store welcomed fans of all ages, including kids from the local Boys and Girls Club, to come and meet Mario and Luigi and check out a variety of Nintendo Switch games like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Super Mario 3D World, plus Bowser's Fury and Luigi's Mansion 3. Ryan, a major fan of Nintendo, even got in on the action to play games with some of his fans. That's very, 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 very interesting and entertaining. So the Mario celebration continues all month long with special events, promotions, and activities. Here's a look at some of the upcoming Mario related activities that Nintendo fans has to store. So Nintendo Switch Mario Choose One bundle, make every day a Mario Day with a Nintendo Switch system with red Joy-Con controllers. Your choice of a free Mario full game download, a $5.99 value, and stickers from the upcoming Super Mario Brothers movie, which is going to be in April. I will be discussing that in a future episode. The Super Mario Brothers movie. U Deluxe. Hold on a minute. Yes. Anyone that purchases the bundle can select one of the following games: Super Mario Odyssey, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, or Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe. The bundle is available starting on March 10th, which is tomorrow, at a suggested retail price of $299.99 at the My Nintendo store and select retailers. Ooh. That's very, very, that sounds like fun right there, man. Man, that sounds like fun. But anyway, let's get into we're gonna continue where we left off here. I'm trying to okay, here we go. Okay, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course past Wave 4. The next 8 courses that are part of Wave 4 of the Booster Course Pass DLC are coming to the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe game on March 9th, which is today. The newly added Fruit Cup and Boomerang Cups are composed of Tour Amsterdam Drift. GBA Riverside Park, Wii DK Summit, Yoshi's Island, which is making its Mario Kart debut, Tour Bangkok Rush, DS Mario Circuit, GCN Waluigi Stadium. Oh shit. And Tour Singapore Speedway. A new playable character, Birdo, will also be added to the game in this wave of the DLC. GameStop in-store Mario events celebrate at select GameStop locations from March 11th from noon to 4 p.m., which is a Saturday. Local time to continue making every day a Mario Day. Play games featuring Mario and friends like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, new Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe, and more, and receive free Mario themed items while supplies last. Okay, save on select Mario games. Celebrate the hero of the Mushroom Kingdom with 2 waves of savings on select Mario Switch games. The first half of the sale starts on March 10th at 12 a.m. Pacific time and lasts until March 23rd at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. It features deals on digital games and DLC Mario and Friends, including Mario Party Stars, Donkey Kong Country, Tropical Freeze, Yoshi's Crafted World, and Luigi's Mansion 3. The second wave of the sale runs from March 24th at 12 a.m. Pacific time until April 7th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. This sale includes savings on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Super Mario Odyssey, Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe, Super Mario Maker 2, and Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury. Yes, games on sale can be purchased directly in Nintendo eShop on Nintendo or on Nintendo.com. Of course, you can visit the website that at www.nintendo.com/store, /sales and deals hashtag Mar10 dash day. Mario and Friends retail sale from March 5th to the 11th. Fans will also be able to head to select retailers to save up to $20 on select games featuring Mario and Friends, including Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Super Mario Odyssey, Super Mario Maker 2, Super Mario 3D World, and Bowser's Fury, Mario Party Superstars, and many more. Additionally, fans can save $40 on the high octane Mario Kart Live Home Circuit. Super Mario World opening the day all Mario fans have been waiting for is finally here. Super Mario World, no, excuse me, Super Nintendo World at Universal Studios Hollywood is officially open to the public. Um, at Super Nintendo World, guests can battle Team Bowser on the Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge Ride, dine at Toadstool Cafe, level up with the Nintendo themed merch from the One Up Factory store, and wear an interactive Power Up band sold separately to participate in activities throughout the Mushroom Kingdom. Ooh, good thing I got those sound effects. Hold on a minute. Good thing I got those sound effects though. One moment, hold on. Speaking of one up, yes, yes, and yes, there is a one up factory. This is very solid and fun to actually talk about here. Yes, so this is a one up factory store. Yes, so yes, one of factory store and where and it's at. Yeah, I read that part already. Win a trip to Super Nintendo World My Nintendo wants to send you to Super Nintendo World at Universal Studios Hollywood starting on March 10th until April 25th. Head to my.nintendo.com to enter the Super Nintendo World Family Fun Sweepstakes. One lucky winner with up to 3 guests will win a trip to Universal Studios Hollywood to visit Super Nintendo World and see the Mushroom Kingdom in real life. Play Nintendo Fun. Kids can also join in on the Mario Fun today and every day with activities and videos at Play Nintendo. Visit the Play Nintendo website and Play Nintendo YouTube channel for DIY crafts, quizzes, gameplay, and more featuring Mario and friends. Yes, and you can watch the trailer on the Nintendo YouTube channel page. And of course, go ahead and subscribe. All right. So, all right. So, one more thing we need to get into right here, man. Some things to do for the weekend. Let's get into it right here. We're gonna get into it right now. So this is from March 10th through the 12th. I'm not gonna have time to get to Los Angeles this time, but starting Friday, March 10th, which is tomorrow, Hidden History Women in Central Park tour honor Women's History Month by paying homage to the very and lasting contributions women have made to Central Park. Discover the hidden history of women who influenced Central Park sites such as the Pulitzer Fountain, Doris C. Friedman Plaza, Woolman Rink, um and Bethesda Terrace, Central Park, 81st Street, located at 81st Street in Central Park West, Manhattan, New York. Starts at 11 a.m. and it's $35 to get in. $35 to get in. Yeah. Living with Coco Chanel. Join author Caroline Young for a discussion of her book Living with Coco Chanel, exploring how the homes and landscapes of Gabrielle Coco Chanel shaped her groundbreaking designs from her childhood at the convent at um, Aubergine to her boutique and apartment on Rue Cambon in Paris and her villa La Pazza on the French Riviera. Chanel style was inspired and influenced by her environment. National Arts Club is located at 15 Gramercy Park, South Manhattan, New York. 3 p.m. is the time it starts, and it's free. Saturday, March 11th, Sleeping Beauty. Sleeping Beauty. New York Theater's ballets, family friendly Once Upon a Ballet series of 1 hour ballets is perfect for ages 3 and up. Set in a magical fairy kingdom beneath the roots of a great tree. This beloved classic, filled with magic and poetry, tells the enhancing tale of Princess Aurora from her faithful birth to her triumphant wedding. Florence Guild Hall at FIAF 55 East 59th Street, Manhattan, New York. Multiple times is between $25 to $35. Okay. Okay. What else we got in store right here? Hold on. The Dalai Lama's grand opening celebration. Prepare to eat your waffle and ice cream desserts in style at the Dalai Lama's grand opening of its first New York City location. Located in the East Village, join the Concept's grand opening celebration where the first 100 guests to arrive will receive a free Dalai Lama swag bag of merchandise. The Dalai Lama is located at 137 First Avenue, Manhattan, New York. It starts at 11 a.m. It's free to enter. And finally, Sunday, March 12th, Spring Children's Garden Family Day. Dig in, learn about the Children's Garden at Queens Botanical Garden. Participate in planting activities and crafts and learn about all the wonderful programs the garden has to offer for children ages 2 to 12, excuse me. Um, okay. All right, so activities resume while supplies last. Children must be accompanied by an adult. Queens Botanical Gardens is located at 43-50 Main Street, Queens, New York. 1 p.m. is the time and it's $5. And also, hold on a minute. Let me just real quick. And also Queen Supreme Brunch Cabaret presented by House of Yes. Make your Sunday extra special with Queen Supreme, a high energy brunch experience filled with surprises and spectacles every Sunday for the next 4 weeks. The event features live acts from New York City superstars in burlesque, drag, cabaret, and circus paired with an exciting menu of creative culinary selections from Everdeen. Everdeen is located at 1227 Broadway, Manhattan, New York. Time 12:30 p.m. Price is a la carte. Not sure what that means, but whatever. Not sure what that means, but whatever though. Not sure what that means, but whatever. Uh, all right. So, all right, hold on. Okay, we're gonna go into our last segment of the night, which is stream choices on the go. And y'all know what to do. Everybody that's listening right now, if you are new to if you new here, new listeners, welcome to the show. And if you miss any topics in regards to the whole thing with what happened with Richard Belzer, and the previous topics that one of them in particular involving Tom Segura and his controversial comments, some funny stuff that in between, as far as anything Mario Day, Creed 3, #1 in the box office, things to do for the weekend. If you are in the New York area, you can go to amny.com/things to do, and you're gonna see a list of dates of each event that's happening. All right, so you can listen to this episode for some details on what to do for the weekend coming up. And like I said, don't forget to switch your clocks 1 hour ahead before I forget. So in the meantime, show your love by following Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast on Facebook and Instagram, alongside with my sports show, which is Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks podcast, the Sports Edition show, review show, Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast, as well as myself, G Money Stacks, which is G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York. Turning your notifications for more details, postponements, and all that other stuff right there, and turn your reminders as well of when I'm going to be on Instagram Live. All right. And also some stuff to talk about as far as like where you can leave a voice message on anchor.fm/gmoneystacks/message. And speaking of Anchor, We're going to start there. So Anchor, Audacity, Audible, Audioburst, Amazon Music, Breaker, Castbox FM, Deezer, Listen Notes, Moon FM Podcast, Player FM, Pocket Cast, Podbay, Podfriend, Podhound, Podopolo, Podorama, Podcast Index, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Podverse, Podcast Guru, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, iHeartRadio, the #1 app for music, radio, and podcasts. You don't need a credit card to actually download iHeartRadio or any of the apps that I just mentioned. You make sure you follow not only this New York podcast right here on iHeartRadio, as well as Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks podcast, the Sports Edition show, Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast, review show as well. And finally, make sure you grab that subscribe button for me on the YouTube channel page, G Money Stacks 555. And do the same with my other YouTube channels as well, which is Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast and Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks Podcast, the sports YouTube channel page. Subscribe to all three of these YouTube channels that I just mentioned right here. And click on the noni bell along with the alerts so you can be reminded of when the show goes on the air via live stream, along with the date, day, and time. Leave a like and a comment along with the episodes and the topics that's being discussed in today's episode. And along with, stay tuned to more video content, upcoming episodes, previous episodes. Be sure to share the videos, share the episodes, download your favorite episodes. Very important. Make sure you listen, stream, and watch the episodes in case you miss any of them. Don't worry. Everything is all there. And you can also tell a friend to another friend. Spread the word to everybody. Word of mouth is important. And of course, share the link that says linktree/GMoneyStacks555 along with the podcast, along with audio streaming platforms included as well, with your husbands, wives, boyfriends, girlfriends, friends, people you're cool with from work, wherever you meet new people, parties, block parties, house parties, wherever you meet new people. All right. So that's going to do it for me. I'm your man, G Money Stacks. Thank you very much for listening to episode 245. The episode dedicated to Keke Palmer. Congratulations on her baby and being the narrator of the Sims 4 game. The Key TV YouTube channel page. Make sure you subscribe over there. And of course, you can listen to her podcast, Baby. This is Kimi. Hold on. Baby, this is Keke Palmer on Amazon Music alongside with Spotify and wherever you get your podcast right there. All right. So, and by the way, remember, the grind doesn't stop. Hard work pays off. You don't want to believe the hype on needing haters. You don't need all the fucking negative bullshit going on here. You don't need that shit. Hard work pays off. You want to work hard, and you have to earn it in order for you to get something. Alongside with finding your voice, be you, be yourself, and of course, like I always say, be sure to look and find something that makes you happy in terms of doing what you love to do, and along with being on your P's and Q's on a consistency basis, confidence, creatively, mentally, physically, and spiritually, alongside with getting into your zone with tunnel vision. All right, so yeah, I want to leave y'all with this quote actually that I saw earlier on Instagram actually. So I'm gonna look for it right now. So this is basically a reminder that you don't need validation. You don't need validation to In the words of Ivy Rivera, you don't need validation to actually to be noticed or whatever. You don't need that shit. So I want to read something. So this is from a user who goes by the name of who is dot Leonora. For those of you who may not know who she is an entrepreneur. She's a producer at Sirius XM. She's also she also has many hats of multiple talented things that she does, and you can follow her other page. She is dot made, and this is what she stated. Listen, I don't know who needs to hear this, but there are some people you will meet in life who will only love you temporarily. There are some souls who will intertwine with yours for a moment, then unravel and wander away. There are few friends who are not meant to stay forever. There are people who will only take and never give. None of these impermanent people or their eventual departures determine your worth. These moments become lessons, not self definitions. These broken relationships are our teachers. This heartache will heal. These days will lead into tomorrows that you will step into with confidence and grace. You cannot lower your self image because of someone who doesn't see your worth. Close your eyes, begin again. Find someone who will value all the beauty and strength within you. You find your tribe whose heart beats in rhythm instead of dishonest with yours. Find friendships that will build you, hands that will hold you, arms that will lift you up. Fall into people who are already falling forward into you, not as a surrender, but as a mutual new beginning. Find someone who sees you, who sees love in you, and steps fearlessly forward. Find someone who wants nothing else than to give you all you give. Equal compromise, two wholes becoming even fuller together. And then pour yourself into those people. And also I want to add something in the words of Ivy Rivera. You have to validate yourself. You don't need a bunch of haters. Let me tell you something, man. Whoever tells you you need haters and shit, it's bullshit, okay? You don't need all this negativity shit to tell you what you can and can't do with your own career, with this podcasting or whatever. Don't let anybody stop you, okay? Don't let nobody stop you. Follow your goals and dreams, and keep pushing. The more you keep pushing yourself, believe in yourself, the more you're going to gain confidence, the more you're going to get success and happiness. All right, that's it, man. I'm off this shit. Don't forget to switch your clocks forward an hour ahead. Peace and one love. Have a nice weekend. Stay safe, stay liquid. Be safe with your friends and everything else. Good night, everybody.